peeing, I'm a peeing when you like to be. Yeah. Oh my gosh, our blinds are up and everything. Oh, so shabby around here.
Yeah?
We're done now.
What did you say? Okay, then we're gonna start.
That's it. Yep, there's the notifications. La 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 la. Got the notification. Mark your calendars for November 15th. And I'll tell you all about it here as we let people come on in. Give us a virtual hug by hitting that thumbs up. Excuse moi. Stacy will be right here, my lovely co-host. We have a visitor upstairs who's going to get in trouble. She has a pipe down up there. All right, man, we missed you guys. Boy, we've been busy on the homestead, getting things ready, trying to get our spring fling-a-ma-ding going. We see Stacy monkeying down the stairs. And then, yeah, here we go. Whoa. All right. Are you coming, dear?
Yes, I'm coming.
She's on her way. On her way. Turn down your speaker. Hey. Are we having the Rest and Digest tea from the Missouri Tea Company?
Yes, we are.
What's it look like? Do you have the package? Whoa! I even turned the volume down. Da. Hit the thumbs up, you know. Alright. Man, are you guys watching all the stuff going down all around you? The world is a stage. Now you know why they've been fortifying Washington, D.C. for the last 6, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. Because they knew. You just made a spill here, darling.
Okay, I'll fix it.
Oh my, all these little fine granules get into the tea. It makes it more better. Okay. North Idaho. Hello from South Georgia. See,
Hello.
This is the Rest and Digest tea from the Missouri Tea Company. I know we run a little dark, but remember, we live off-grid. We try to hook up some lighting for you guys. How you guys liking the daylight savings time stuff? Ha!
This is our first time doing it.
Totally made to disrupt your circadian rhythms. Everything is designed to throw you off kilter. All right, here we go. And a 3, and a 2.
I think I found a solution to my hair.
Oh my gosh, you have such fast reactions for your age. You're so good. All right, Stacy, any advice on thyroid health? We talk about it all the time.
You know, I think I sound like a broken record all the time.
I know.
For a lot of us, just basic stuff, you know, eating whole foods, of course. I wouldn't be doing a lot of like breads and pastas and cereals and crackers and things like that, like very high carbohydrate type foods. I mean, we all need carbohydrates, but we don't need like lots of carbohydrates. So just good grass-fed type meats, you know, pasture eggs, good fats. You know, you want, coconut oil or ghee. Like, here, get my ghee. I just made a ton of it.
Oh, it's too beautiful to show. Oh, look at that. It's
Watch out, it's still
so golden. Oh my goodness.
So I've been making a lot of ghee. This stuff
Oh my gosh, look at it.
Amazing.
Oh my
Isn't it beautiful?
gosh.
I love it. It's so wonderful. So what I basically do is I collect a lot of my butter over the year, and then in the winter months I go ahead and I have a wood burning stove, and then I
You're
go ahead
creating
and
questions. How do you keep butter for the whole year?
Oh, well, so with my butter I'll go ahead and freeze it.
Okay.
I'll freeze it, and then from there I go ahead and I make tons of ghee. And so I'll make a lot of ghee that'll last me, all year. Because I use it for everything. I use it on toast. I use it on when I cook. Because the thing is I had just run out. And it was so funny because we hadn't cranked up the stove yet. And it's like always a big deal when you crank up the stove. But I got it going, and I was using regular butter, and it burns. See, I just love ghee, and a lot of you guys hear me talk about it so many times, but it is wonderful because it has a high smoke point. So, like sometimes I'll leave it, let's say you have to go get something, I had to run to the garden or whatever, and I have my stove on. It doesn't burn. Like butter will always burn, or like your eggs will get brown, or things like that. So I really like the ghee, and besides that, the health benefits are crazy. It's so nutrient dense. It's great for your immune system and for your overall health. I use it on my skin and my hair. I mean, I love this stuff. So it's so easy to make. All you do is, what's the video I did? Do you remember?
Yeah, just making how to make ghee. Here, I'll put it on for you guys.
Well, I did a couple. There's a few.
Well, I'll put the best one up.
Well, yeah. So it's basically all you're gonna do is get some
Don't
grass
tell
fed.
them now. I gotta make them watch the video
you can
now.
watch it too, but you're just gonna need grass-fed butter, and then you're gonna put it in the oven. And
If you guys ever want to know anything like how to make ghee, just put in off-grid Doug after it. How to make ghee, off-grid Doug.
Yeah.
But I will go ahead and lead you there, real simple, like with the link for you right there. You guys can click the link in the comments section, and then it will open up another window for you, and then you can just pause it, and then you can watch it whenever we're done here. And nobody gets to leave until we're done. Oh, we're 6 minutes in already. We're going to tell you what's going on November 15th. Mark your calendars, and here we go. Are you guys watching all the crazy going on? Klaus has already said several times that there will be an internet blackout. So make sure you guys are getting your preps ready. Make sure you're doing what you can ahead of time. And it's always a good idea, to have a sun oven or extra salt or bentonite clay or Stacy's home remedy book, which will be here by November 15th. So it'll be in the mail and in mailboxes by the end of this month. And thanks to everyone who's been getting in on the pre-sale and waited. Some people have waited like 4 months. Tell them why it was so good that they waited.
Well, I kept putting more recipes in it.
Yeah, and so tell them about it now. Everyone wants to know how many pages, how many recipes, what's the general gist for the folks who haven't gotten it yet. And if you want to get it, I'll leave the link so you guys can get the pre-sale. This is the last time we're doing the pre-sales, so get them while they're hot, and they will be in your mailbox by the end of the month.
So there's like 198 recipes in it, if you want to call them recipes, but it's just everything about... I have things that you can use cayenne pepper for. I have things you can use bentonite clay for. I have things you can use apple cider vinegar for. There's things you use for onions, garlic, and ginger. There's things about salt in there. There are...
Like, what do you mean things about salt?
Well, they're just like remedies that you can use them for your home, for your health, for your body.
Like using salt as a remedy?
Yes.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Give me an example.
No, I'm not.
Yes, just come on now.
So just let me finish.
No, we want an example.
I know. Just hold on. So then you're going to go ahead and I talk about animals. There's animal health, things you can do, natural remedies for animals. There's a lot of stuff for your like beauty and health care. So how to make homemade like lotions and sunscreen and just bug sprays, just like all different things like that. And then I have a little section also about just things that you can make at home for like natural products that you use to clean your house with. So there's like a lot of everything in it. And the thing is he was just talking about, they're talking about a blackout. And if you really on the internet and everything that's going to be going on, I'm so into, I've been ordering books. I think where it's at right now is just to start getting the things that you want to learn about and get it in a book form, because you don't know what's up. So I think it's so important that we start getting the books that are so important. And we should do something where we
don't have a TikTok. And I want to know something with the salt. Tell them one of your remedies with the salt. Give them a little peek. They want a peek.
With salt?
It's like over 100 pages, I believe, too.
I don't even know how many pages it's.
I know. Yeah, I think it's over 100. All right, give them face scrubs. What is it? What you got?
Well, I think I did this one. You can do, I like to do honey and salt together and like wash my face with it. That would be one. I know a lot of people, you gargle with salt water if you have a sore throat. I mean, they're
Right.
just
Hey,
some,
we
like
just
this-
did that. Well, that was Dylan.
Oh, right.
Yeah, little Dylan over there at the Gary and Marge Homestead. They called us up and Stacy whipped them into shape.
So, oh, and then I didn't finish talking about thyroid stuff.
No, well, we're talking about your remedy
I know.
book.
Well, I know.
What kind of remedy stuff do you have in there that could help the thyroid?
Well, I'm just, and then I do like even things that will help inflammation in the body. So,
Yes.
like drinking like a turmeric ginger type tea. You can make tea. Turmeric and ginger are so powerful together.
What's in this?
There's ginger in that.
Oh my goodness, all these shameless plugs are just happening by coincidence. Yeah, you guys can get the Sleepy Time tea from the Missouri Tea
It's
Company.
not sleepy time.
What is it? Rest and digest, my bad. Helps
You
with
can drink
sleep and
that. You can
digestion.
drink that all day long. It's all good all day long.
Man, that stove over there is no joke.
I just turned it on.
That's because we heat with wood. That wood heat is, mwah, it really does the body good. I have thyroid issues and takes meds. Y'all, the only answer they have for you for any ailment is to take meds. And that's totally against everything, especially if you read your scriptures and if you believe this stuff. They're there for, like, if you're bleeding out or if you have limbs hanging off, they're perfect for that. But on your daily care, the Father has given you the seeds and the herbs and the trees and the leaves to be your medicine.
So, for a lot of us that are suffering chronic type illnesses or diseases and things, just start taking really good care of yourself, putting in like real food in your body.
Yes.
Try not to go out and eat. Look at the oils that you're using. You don't want to use industrialized seed oils, the ones that have been highly processed and they're putting things in it because it smells so bad or it looks so bad, and they're highly chemically treated. When you do these good saturated type fats, they're just wonderful, like the coconut oil, the ghee, the beef tallow, the duck fat. All those things are wonderful. Lard, those are really good ways to cook your food with a good saturated fat. And try to not do anything processed whatsoever. No genetically modified foods, bioengineered foods. They're putting on all these labels. Try not to eat anything in a box. You just want to have what it is. If it's a potato or you want to, like a pepper, you want it to be like a real food.
Yeah, and the closer you can eat to the vine, the better it is for you. Stitches are in stock now. Stitches are in stock now. Stitches are in stock now. The people want the stitches. Yeah, so eating close to the vine really helps you too.
And then, like for Doug and I, and what's really helped tremendously for us, and two is, like people are like, how could you, raise all your food or do all this kind of stuff? The thing is basically we raise animals. We eat a lot of meat here, and we have eggs. We eat a lot of eggs here. I use my ghee to cook with, and then we'll have greens from the garden, or I ferment that, or we eat fermented foods. I don't do a ton of like carbohydrate kind of stuff. My carbohydrates are going to come mostly from my vegetables, or maybe once in a while we'll have rice. Like tonight we had a little bit of rice and we had lamb with some yogurt. And what else do we have? In the salad, a big salad, and I just put everything in but the kitchen sink in there.
Better look again, they're going fast.
And and then also, you also just look at you're messing me up. So just eating food, like regular food. And then I do a lot of ginger and turmeric. I drink teas, besides water. Don't drink soda.
Yeah, don't drink public water. Do not drink the city water. It's loaded with fluoride. So
your body can start to function properly. And then the other thing that's, important is to get, sardines are one of my favorite. They're high in omega-3, which is great for inflammation, loaded in calcium and tons of yumminess. And there's great ways to cook with them. You can cook them in eggs. You can cook them in pasta. You put them on pizzas. You put cayenne pepper on it, salt on it. They're just really good. And they're really nutritious for you, very nutrient dense. If you're craving sugar and you want to get off sugar, do some dates or do some figs.
It's like a sauna in here.
It's really calmed down. I turned it down and I opened the door.
Hot. It is pretty hot.
Yeah, when you get in between that temperature, it's kind of crazy.
Right
on
when
the
it's
stove.
burning out, yeah.
Well, no, I turned it down because I wanted the water to boil better. So.
On November 15th, listen closely. The books will be here. The home remedy books that some people have been waiting like 5 months already for. They'll be here. And I'm going to run around like Steve Martin, like the phone books are here. The phone books are here. The books will be here on the 15th. We're doing a pre-sale again. This is the last pre-sale. All the pre-sales will be signed by Stacy, and they will get priority. They were sent out right away.
And I have all hands on deck. All the loud machines. They're all helping
they all
out.
know.
Yeah, they all
know. As soon as we get them bagged, we'll get them sent out, and then whatever's left over will be left over for the general public, and then we'll have to order more, so there'll be a little lag there. So a lot of people want them for the end of the year stuff. So, but yeah, that's what's happening by November 15th. The books will land, and we will get them starting to ship out the door. So we're having a pre-sale again tonight. Is it? We have 3,999. Yes, World War III. I hope you guys are buckled up and ready to go. They're trying to sell this religious war to you guys, and a lot of people are buying into it, boy. Man, some people are buying into this hardcore. Oh, my goodness. Shoo doggy.
So that's why everyone started getting books.
Books.
Because who knows, they may have to have it.
I can show you where they changed your Bible already. Yeah. I can show you. Maybe we'll do that in the future one. Guys, get ready now. I'm telling you, they're going all in.
Why isn't this moving?
Mm-hmm.
X.
Oh, you done froze up, girl. Pardon me while I do a little help for the seniors over here.
Oh, I'll turn it off.
Up or something?
I don't know.
Oh, don't turn it on. Don't turn it off.
Yeah, what were they talking about? You know how you have a digital passport, but you have to have a passport for the internet. What was that?
Yeah, you guys, what are you going to do if they crash the internet, and then to get back on, you have to have an internet ID, an ID number. Leave a comment right now if you are seeing on YouTube. They're censoring us, by the way. I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. But let me know if you're seeing on YouTube, on Google, if they're assigning you a number at the end of your name that you already had, like you already had this name, everything's been fine, and all of a sudden you logged on and you see like 6, 4, 8, 13, 42, 63 at the end of your name now. Something's going on with this stuff, and when they do this stuff, they're going to be, when the reboot happens, there's going to be hoops you have to jump through to get onto the internet. What are you going to do then? And I've been telling Stacy this, for like over a year now. Or more. But for the last year, I've been very focused on it. Because I'm telling you guys, man, I believe it's coming. If you guys are out here trying to, make your living or something off of the YouTubes or something, man.
How come you won't let me stop it?
I don't know. It's going to get kind of hairy with all this stuff. So just be careful out there. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
That's why get books.
No, the books go to all over the globe. We ship books all over the whole world. We even sent them to a little island. What was it called?
I don't know. Borneo? Somewhere in Borneo.
Yeah,
they had to go there.
It was way over there. It came back to us. It never made it back to us. But it got hung up in some kind of customs. It was during the COVID stuff.
What is it?
It was way far away. So yeah, Stitch is already sold out. I try to tell you guys.
Really?
These people, some folks get on there and they do like 5 of them. I mean, I need to make you can only get 1 per order or something. But that wouldn't be fair neither. I like to do I'm a true capitalist. Man, it is out of stock again. We'll have some more. We just have to get them bagged up. So just hang in there, and then we'll get some more. And then I got to have a bunch ready too. So when the people that ordered the book several months ago, get their stuff going, I'll be able to send that out too. Everybody gets their stuff at Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. Come on. All right. And I do all of it, y'all. My fingers touch every single order that goes out the door.
Why is this working?
I don't know, girl.
We're having internet craziness. It
You know,
won't let me
watch
stop
out.
it.
They
It
said
won't let
that-
me stop.
They said the 5G was supposed to be the better, and it seems like I ask everybody, and everybody says that it's worse. Here, you can use this one.
Is it working?
Just-
Okay, I keep seeing something about
Oh my
sauerkraut
gosh,
by
you
the
got
moon.
hands touching everything. That's why.
No, that's not it.
Yeah.
So sauerkraut by the new moon. The moon signs.
You asked that last week too.
That's a really good. I didn't see that
I remember.
last time. Oh, I never.
I
remember.
remember.
Now I do a lot by the moon. You can, put T-posts in by the moon. You can dig a fence in the moon.
Everything
you
is
put
by
your
the moon
driveway
signs.
rock in the moon. You get a surgery by the moon.
Lay
I
concrete.
plant by the moon.
Yep.
Except for I'm going to do research on that because I have not.
Never heard of that one?
I know I haven't, but I could see how that could possibly be good. It would probably last longer.
You didn't even thumbs up.
I like it.
Shame on you.
So I will look into that and we will talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Oh, this is working. How come it's working?
Because that's mine. What short memory you have. More fish oil, please. Can we get some fish oil
I know
on
this
aisle
is yours.
2? Tell them about fish oil.
That's why you need to take your sardines.
Sardines.
Fish oil's good.
Nobody likes them,
Good.
but they're so good for
Yeah,
you.
they do. A lot
Now,
of people
why
like
are
them.
they good for you, Stacy?
I just said, we just talked about it. They're high in calcium, omega-3s. They're good for inflammation. If you
I
have
know, but
inflammation problems.
why the sardine? Like a lot of fish are good for that stuff, but why the
Because
sardines?
Sardines, okay, I do not trust anything coming from the ocean at all. The microplastics and everything, no matter where in the world, I really have gotten to the point where you can't trust what's going on. Sometimes even if they say, wild caught is better, I'm kind of wary. At least a little sardine, he's little and he cannot, it hasn't gotten older, so it can absorb a lot of the toxins. So it's a smaller kind of fish. So if you're going to have a fish, that's going to be probably one of your better ones to have because it doesn't have time to accumulate all the heavy metals and toxicities from the ocean. So that's why I really do love sardines. And they're inexpensive and they are so loaded in nutrients because most of us are running around.
You're running around.
We're running around.
Most of y'all ain't running around, honey.
We're running around and a lot of us are overweight and then you're starving yourselves. You may not be getting the nutrients that you need. And a little can of sardines is nutrient dense and packed with so much nutrition. It's wonderful.
That's right.
So I do like to add those, to your diet a couple times a week is phenomenal. They're great in a salad, just all mixed up. Have a nice big salad. You could put some, like some feta cheese in there or some goat cheese and then have a little sardines along with all your other goodies.
Leave a comment if you were at the Women's Conference 2023, the first annual HLC Women's Retreat. Leave a comment if you were there. Let us know what you thought about it. How did you like it, Stacy?
It was incredible. We had a wonderful time. It was wonderful for the first one. I wasn't sure because I cooked for everybody and wasn't sure how that would work out. And it worked out good. I did okay with that. And the ladies were awesome. It was a wonderful time. We learned so much and it'll be awesome. So we're going to have one next year.
Yes. That's why it's the first annual.
Yep.
Me. She lived it. I think she meant loved it. Seabird was there.
Okay.
What's up, Tracy Lee, you Aussie? We're going to make it over there if they don't crack loose on the whole world here in the next 6 to 8 months. We got to wait. I'm not really going that far away from the homestead until after this election stuff goes down, man. It is going to get dicey, spicy, and something right every day now. You're going to see stuff every day.
Oh, Amanda says she tried to start eating real food after being on a highly processed diet and got deathly sick. It could just be that you're detoxing.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they call it like a Herxheimer effect. It's you just have to make sure you're drinking plenty of good real water, not like tap water, chlorinated water, good filtered water, and definitely using some minerals to help supplement, like getting some real salt. You can put a pinch of salt in your water every time you're drinking some water, and vitamin C is also helpful. remember, I'm not a doctor. Do your
And we don't
research
play
on
one on
that. You can
YouTube.
go online and look on, like Herxheimer or detoxing effects, when you're maybe getting off a processed diet too. But, vitamin C also helps the effects of that. But you just need to make sure that you're giving your body good things. You're drinking water to help your liver and your kidneys to help, get out the stuff, because basically your liver and kidneys have been working really hard, trying to process these processed foods.
Right.
So it's taking its time. You may notice that you have, a lot of people might get acne or rashes or
Greasy
skin problems
hair.
because it's trying to get out of the body. But just drinking water, getting some good minerals in your body, like through the unrefined salt, like a pinch of salt, and vitamin C. I really like the liposomal, Liposoma, liposomal vitamin C. It's very absorbable. But do your research on all this, and
Trust me, man.
and just look up, like detoxing effect of that, or Herxheimer effect.
So Wanda Curtis was at the women's retreat. She loved it. Elizabeth Sturgeon was there. She loved it. Everybody loved it. I was kind of there, and I loved it. We got to rescue some flat tire ladies and some door lock-ins.
Yeah, we did. I'm like, we don't need you guys there at all, and that we did need, because we had some tire issues and we had some car issues. So
yes, you can ferment in the jars. You don't have to get a fancy crock. We ferment all of our stuff in jars.
And it's funny.
And we have a fancy crock.
I have
it's
lots
loaded
of
full of kindling over there.
Well, that's different. That's a big one. But I do have the big crocks. But I find myself, for me, it's just easier to put in the refrigerator if I want to. If we go on the road, I make them in all types mason jars: pint size, quart size, half gallons, and gallon size mason jars.
You don't need the fancy puck either or nothing. You just can put a rock in there. You can use a cabbage leaf. You can use a flat and a ring and just burp it yourself if you want to just try one before you get going. And you're too slow with the stitches. I've had some more in there, but I told you that folks don't mess around. Hang on, folks. It's coming. Buckle up. COVID!
Oh, Rachel, she got the numbers 9171 on the end of her name.
See? They're doing it, man. You guys are going to wake up and it's going to be like, remember we talked about the 6 banks that are going to be left standing? I'm hearing that it's going to be a cyber attack on the banks. And then that's how they're going to get the reset in with the digital currency, but it's not going to be called digital currency. They're going to give you tokens. And the people kind of like the tokens. And you can have the tokens. And then you deposit that into your central bank. I'm telling y'all, they are not messing around, you guys. This stuff, this is not some thing that I'm making up. I mean, I only have a clue because I'm following it. And it's rolling, baby. Full steam ahead and distractions everywhere so they can do it. They've done so much just over this last little bit with the 30 days of bombing Palestine. Oh, man, you guys got no idea what's going on. I'm telling you. You heard it first on the...
Yeah, and the other thing, too, like, if you're going to stock up on stuff, like the bentonite clay.
Yes.
And then,
Salt.
Epsom salt. Someone was talking on here for help detoxify, because your feet, you can take foot baths.
Yes.
Your foot has got so many pores on the bottom of it, and it can really suck up and help detoxify the body. From contamination from the air, just from the food that you're eating. So we're talking about the lady who is having problems with, detoxifying from the processed foods. So that's another way that could also help. Take an Epsom salt bath, because or even I prefer over Epsom salts. I like magnesium flakes better than Epsom salts. They're both magnesium, but magnesium flakes, generally it's an ancient bed, and is it like Zekistan or something like that?
Pretty soon
but they're bigger.
Get them.
They're bigger flakes. So stuff like that, I like to stock up on. Then that way you can help do a detoxing foot bath, and that's easy because a lot of people don't want to take a whole bath. But if you wanted to, and that way your skin can absorb the magnesium also, which will be very helpful.
Yes.
As well as help drawing out any impurities or anything in your body and your skin.
Pay close attention, y'all. Jamie Dimon sold $100 million worth of his stuff, first time in the history ever. Jamie Dimon is totally connected with Chase Bank. Actually, he started Chase Bank, and also with these the big bankers, right? Like he's totally in like Flynn with the Rockefellers and whatnots. So just keep paying attention to that. If you just got here, November 15th, Stacy's Remedy book will be on the ground here, and we will start shipping them out as soon as we get them bagged. And so you guys that have been waiting a long time, we so appreciate you waiting. And, we're sorry it took a second. She had to make a banger of a book. Almost 200 home remedies, not just with herbs, not just with this and that, with stuff you might have laying around the house, pretty much household items, stuff, that's pretty accessible. And it's banger. It's a banger.
Yep.
So that's the big news for the 15th. Also, just make sure you guys are paying attention,
Is the link working for the Redmond?
Yeah, everything's fine.
It says just try to order salt with your link at Redmond, no discount.
No, the discount's automatic when you use our link. If you go to the link that I'm leaving you, which takes you to our webpage, when you use that link, it's automatic. If you show up at Redmond and you did not use our link, then you would type in off grid, all one word, at checkout for the discount. And that's how that works. But you just always go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com. We write articles that we put on there. All of our videos are on there. You don't have to have YouTube unsubscribing you or keeping you away from our stuff. All you have to do is go there every morning and see if we've made an upload, check out if we've written a blog, which we're pretty lame on, but we'll try to get better now that our books are done, and other stuff. And then you can get some of these discounted stuff, things that we trust around the homestead. Definitely, if you can swing it, pick yourself up a sun oven. You can cook with no smell, no electricity. Very good prep to have, the All-American Sun Oven. You get extra items and a discount when you use our link. All right. With the money in the bank, my own personal opinion is, I'm not trying to keep money at the Federal Reserve at this moment. So try to buy assets. Try to, you're going to find deals right now on real estate. Maybe you can do some rental properties. Just try to be smart with your money, y'all. That's all. Hee-haw. And if you're just, kind of just doing the thing and you're check to check in or you can't do anything, the bottom line is, I'm just saying, we're all pawns here. Okay? All of us. They're all playing their little elitist fun games, and we're just going to have to see how this thing goes, right? Like, we can get boisterous in the streets and we can do our protests, but the bottom line is this is their system. They developed it. They have a new one in mind, and we're going to see how it goes. And, try to unplug as much as you can. Use cash as much as you can. If you want to keep cash around, use it as much as you can.
Now, this is just weird. You can keep scrolling. It
Yes.
stops. It doesn't go anymore. It's like it's being weird, and that's it.
I have no idea. Amy C is the last one who made a comment.
I see that, but normally you can keep scrolling forever. It stops. Like you can only go back and forth a little bit.
Things are
'Cause I
changing
can't read,
faster
yeah.
than you can keep up, folks. Faster.
Are you having
How many
a-
updates are you getting on your computer? Think about that. Think about that. Oh, fusion centers. Raise your hand if you've heard about fusion centers set up after the Patriot Act, 9/11. Fusion centers. Leave a comment if you heard about them.
And the name of my rebounder is Bellicon. And apparently, I guess at the conference, the women's conference, they were saying that it's like 6 to 8 weeks you have to wait for one now.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I do love it.
Pretty soon everyone's going to have to wait for
Actually, I
everything.
was using it today. It was a really pretty day outside, and I did it outside. Some people don't have numbers by their name.
Some people don't. It takes a while to roll it out. So, how many people are using YouTube, y'all? It takes a while.
So what's a fusion center?
Fusion center. These are data centers set up. You got to go look this stuff up, y'all. It's called the Council of Governors. Okay. This was a Barack Obama baby. Go look it up. The Council of Governors is set up to divide the country into different areas in case of a natural emergency, like, I don't know, crazy Palestinian supporters like, destroying everything or something. Maybe some stranger walks around and starts shooting off a gun and then commits suicide with 2 gunshot wounds to him. Maybe. Oh my gosh. So the fusion centers are set up to divide it up the country. There's one in like Missouri, there's one in this place and that place, all the states. I think there's like 70 of them or something right now. And they're data centers. They are listening to your cell phones. And there's people in the rooms doing it. And they're sucking in all that information. All that information. And they've been doing it all these years. See, that's why you guys got to know, like, they feel emboldened. You know what I mean? Kind of like they're trying to make the Muslims feel, emboldened. Like they can do it. Like this is the time.
Oh, he says Jesse Ventura did a show on fusion centers. Yep.
It's a fact, y'all. You can go look it up. You can actually just Google it. I mean, the information is still there. You should try to find it. Fusion centers. Restock on stitches. Out of stock until we get these out the door, until we get new ones in the bottles. I don't like to get too far behind. Y'all get angry at me on the emails. But you can pre-order Stacy's book. This is the last time for the pre-order. All those books will go out first. If we run out, then we'll have to order new ones and there'll be a lag there. So sign all the pre-order books and they will be here on the 15th of this month. So we'll have them in the mail starting by the end of the month. All right, now let's get to some questions here. I mean, I don't know if you guys are seeing any of the stuff on, because I don't have regular TV or anything, right? But they are jizzing this up big time. You know what I mean? Just big time. Useful idiots. Man, this is just like COVID. Pick a side. You got to pick a side. If you don't pick that side, you're an anti-Semite. Y'all, this is hot mess going on here. I'm telling you. When the stakes are high, and so am I. What was that Ted Nugent song, Stranglehold? Oh my goodness. All right, here we go.
Okay, Rick wants to know any natural help for vertigo.
Ooh.
Well, Rick, there is, like if you already have it, there's something called the Eppley, E-P-L-Y, Eppley maneuver. You can go on YouTube and it can show you how to do it if you're having issues with it. I know I've read some stuff on it that could be you're low in vitamin D3. And then also even your insulin levels can contribute to that too, possibly. But the Eppley maneuver, you're going to lay down and tilt your head, and there's a little thing you can possibly do. You can go to a chiropractor; they can help you with it also. Check into some of those things. I know a lot of times I see people suffer it more in the winter months than they would in the summer months because you don't get as much sunlight, I guess. So I don't know. Just try that and see if that helps.
Man, could you
Check
imagine?
the Eppley maneuver.
Can you imagine if they tried a draft right now? Oh my gosh, y'all! It would kind of look like the well, I don't know, Mexicans, if you want to call them that, the Spanish, whatever you want to call it, coming up from our southern border. It'd be like that. All the soy boys and everybody leaving here, going Canada. Draft Dodgers like no business, boy. There is no way they're going to be having no draft. I can't see it happening. Then nobody wants to fight their wars anymore, y'all. Wars are for the big business people. Haven't you figured it out? Seriously. Don't you know? There's gas over there off the coast of Gaza. They want it. They need more land. This stuff's been going on, y'all. Even in biblical times, if you want to. But just recently, Bill Clinton tried to make them hold hands and kiss and everything. But Israel kept sticking it in Yasser Arafat's eye and stuff. They were so close to deals. And you want to control the airspace over Palestine or control this and the... Y'all, there's two sides to this stuff. It's all just a big hot mess, but they're trying to get you emotionally involved so you pick sides so they can roll out the holy war because they're into eugenics. How long have we been telling you? Depopulation is the goal. Roll out the war.
Paul Odell says, is there a limit to how long you can let the apple brandy ferment? Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, you don't want to let it go for years or anything like that, but you can go a year, it'll be fine, and then do it after that. But it's not, it'll still be okay after that. But if you want to do it 6 months, it'll be fine. It's going to be really sweet, but each time I like 10 months, 11 months, pretty good. But it's not good. There's not like a thing that says, oh, it's going to be bad. It'll be okay. And then Seabird says stitched pit bull cut with the stitches work great.
All right, so listen up, Melanie Sykes. Robert Kiyosaki, a friend of mine and a multi-billionaire. If your kids are in the room, this is for the adults. But he says having stocks is like wearing a condom. You get a false sense of security while you're getting. And those are the facts, okay? It's all just fake, phony stuff. They hyped everybody up back in the day on the stocks because they didn't want to pay the money, and that was a good buy-in for them, and it helped make a lot of people come out of poverty. But man, the game's up. They just Jamie Dimon controls that stuff. It's all part of the big elite stuff, right? They all control that stuff. So it's all phony. You're just going to wake up one day, oh, I'm sorry, we had a stock market crash. The largest transfer of wealth in the history of man is happening right before your eyes. Y'all gave Tim Ballard $150 million, and he's crooked as the snake is long. That's how they're doing. They're picking your pockets clean with inflation, scams, Ukraine, now Israel and Palestine. Every little carrot, every day guys turn around. Distractions as they're trying to. Oh, did you hear the news now? The judge on the East Coast has straight up said that the election was stolen. They got the video camera evidence of people moving ballots, and he's demanded a new election there. So that's just, all this stuff. Oh no, it's not rigged. We're just so phony. We're so lying. Everything's so crazy. Nothing to see here, folks. Don't you guys get it, man? The CIA, they are the ones who coined conspiracy theorists because people were getting hip to what's going on, and they're trying to throw you off the scent and try to make people that know what's up look silly. All right. Oh, what would you do for neuropathy burning your feet? Walk on coals. Come on, what would you tell them? A little feather?
No. I mean,
Neuropathy.
neuropathy can be caused by a lot of things. A lot of times, a lot of people that may suffer neuropathy could be from your, over time, higher insulin levels, insulin resistance. For me, I just would try to take care of myself the best that I can, watching what I'm putting in my body, the foods that I'm eating. Do not do any sugar is really a literal drug. I mean, it really, really is. Especially refined type sugars. I would not be doing any of that at all. And for a lot of you guys, I've been really following Gary Brecka for a little bit, and he really has a lot to say, talking about a lot of people that are having issues, because everyone's different. So when they can test your genes and find out what's going on, he says over 40% of the people have the MTHFR gene, and then they're not able to process, the methylated, the folate and, just different nutrients in the body. So by adding these nutrients in the body, it can help a lot of people that are suffering from, oh my gosh, I just can't even think. What is the stuff when you have to use a CPAP machine, and there's just a lot of different issues, even neuropathy and a lot of different things that people have going on, along with changing their diet, getting exercise, getting outside, getting sunlight, adding a little, working on your breath, because where there's oxygen, things can't happen, like disease and things like that. So you need, it's like a whole thing. I can't say, or people can't say, you do this or do that. It's a whole bunch of things put together. So look up Gary Brecka, Brecka, I think that's how you spell the last name. And And you can take a test, and then you just can go in, and you can even ask your doctor, that you want to, have a test on, if you have the MTHFR gene, and because that's pretty high, 40% of the people, and you're not able to process certain things. So over time, people have different nutrient deficiencies in their body, which is causing these things to happen to you, like your brain fog, and you can't sleep right, and you're having a lot of issues. And it could be that, even though you think you're doing everything else right, but along with taking a cold shower, or going out and getting movement, doing some breathing exercises, all these things are just going to be so helpful in your day-to-day life. I mean, we need all that. You just can't expect one thing to help you. And
And fasting definitely heals.
Intermittent fasting and all
fasting
that.
Period. Intermittently, long periods of times, good fasting is always good to cleanse your body, man. It's in the Bible, yo. It has power, spiritual power. Man, I thought you guys believed this stuff. Give you the business in a second, taking jabs, listening to these people, getting behind lies, following the synagogue of Satan. Uncle Doug's gonna smack you guys around out there now. Come on.
Okay, Janelle says, can you use less salt in the pint of salsa, and can you make a quart jars of salsa? You can make as much as you want.
Yeah.
If 2 teaspoons is too much in a pint, you can do like a teaspoon and a half, or just a little less. And that'll be okay too. And if you did a quart, you might want to just maybe you can put a tablespoon of salt in there. So that would be 3 teaspoons. So yeah, that'll still work. So Sharon was
Lahaina, yeah, you guys forgot all about old Maui over there, didn't you? Why they burned it up over there, stealing people's houses, won't come back to their land still. All a big story, but nope. They say that the American public has the attention span of a goldfish now. So over there in Lahaina, the big scam continues on. Now we're focused on some other faraway place. Then, okay, now listen. They had the guy go shoot the people, right? Disappears. Where'd he go? Who knows? Who knows? Initial calls. I've heard initial calls. You guys got to go find them for yourself. Yeah, we have a call. There's a couple of Muslim guys. They look kind of Muslim-y, like walking around shooting people at the bowling alley. That's the initial calls. I've heard it with my own ears. Then they show you the picture of the crazy white guy, military guy. Then he disappears. Then they find him with suicide, 2 gunshot wounds. Oops. Oh, I missed that one. Let me get this other one. Right after that, here's where I'm going. Did you guys follow the story? The guy was fully garbed up, all of his camouflage, had his ARs, magazines, the whole 9, right? Even a couple pipe bombs. And the guy took himself out inside of like a ski chalet or some kind of a building. And he wrote on the wall, "I am not a killer." And he killed himself. Okay? Some people do not understand about MK Ultra. And they don't understand about these frequencies, how they can get a speaker that you can direct the noise right to somebody. No one else around them can hear it. And you can direct this noise right to them and get inside their head and say, go kill him, go shoot him, go kill him, go shoot. You got to kill everybody, you got to shoot. And you know what I'm saying? And a weak-minded person will eat that up. And this is what's going on. And there's only 3,000 thumbs up. One of the nice subscribers wanted me to point it out that there's 6,000 people watching and only 3,000 thumbs up. So please hit that thumbs up. Whew. I know this is all so exhausting, y'all, but it's a full court press. And they want to take your guns away. All the while we're watching Israel, get invaded by Hamas. Oh, man. And an AR looks pretty darn sexy. So no thank you. So, man, gaslighting on all levels.
So Christine says, my fermented peppers are dry. Should I add water? I only added 2 teaspoons of salt before the peppers and shook the jar. And then I guess you put water in there, I hope. And then your peppers got dry? Because usually you put a lot of water in there. So should I add water? Oh, maybe you didn't add water. Yeah, if you're going to do peppers, you definitely have to put it in a brine.
Yes.
So you're going to put 2 teaspoons of salt in. So if you already put the peppers in there, And you have the salt. Yeah, you have to put water. You have to put water in it. Yeah, anything. The only time you would, like salt it would be like if you did sauerkraut or shredded some beets or carrots. But generally, all the other things you want to add water to them.
All right, and we're leaving the links for the pre-sale on the book. If you guys want to get the book, it's going to be here the 15th. We're going to be working so hard getting you this book by the end of the month, first couple weeks of the December. A lot of people want them for their Hanukkah and their Christmas gifts, end of the year stuff, all that stuff. We're trying so hard. Stacy did so good, almost 200 home remedies. A lot of this stuff, y'all, we have used on folks in our neighborhood, and they've given us the feedback.
Oh,
Lenora, just follow the link that I'm posting right here in the comments. You can see it because you're writing comments. There it is right there. Doug and Stacy with the check mark. Always look for my check mark, and there's the link.
And then Kamina wants to know if there's a natural replacement for thyroid med if you don't have the thyroid. Yes, there's one called Armor Thyroid, so check into it. You might talk to your doctor about it, and if he or she is not wanting to, I would find a new doctor.
And my Homestead booklet will be released right at about the same time. But it has nothing really to do with buying the homestead land. Okay, I have to start off assuming that you have a little place or that you're going to be homesteading where you are. I don't really want to talk about how to get land and this, because if anybody gets into a trick bag with that stuff, they're going to be mad at Uncle Doug. So just do your best trying to find land out there. If you got to get owner financing, a lot of people do owner financing. There's a lot of companies out there that work with folks with bad credit or no credit, and you can get on land, and if it doesn't work out, you can leave, and it doesn't cost you nothing except the sweat you put into it. And there's other things you can do out there. We know a gal right now who is leaving California in a tent. She's going to be a wolfer. You guys can look up being wolfers. And she's going to travel down to Georgia and wolf on somebody's farm. And then she's going to do this and do that and do this and do that. And she's just trying to figure out where she wants to land, which was a great little idea. We met her at the conference, the women's retreat. And it's a great story. And she's going for it. And she's going to wolf on people's property, which is basically like a homestead babysitter and helper. How do I order the book on the pre-sale? Lenora, you just click the link. I keep posting the link. Go to offgridwithdougandstacy.com and then go to the shop tab and then scroll down and you'll find all the books Stacy has written and other stuff that we think is cool.
So Carol says, she's swollen ankle after working 8 hours. Any remedies? Cut a potato and put it on it.
A regular potato?
A white potato.
Just a white potato? Do you cut it long ways or half?
No, what I would do is you're going to go ahead and shred the potato with like like you would do with cheese, like shred it. And then you can go ahead and you can put it on your skin and put like a, gauze pad on it and wrap it around and just elevate your foot and see what happens.
But when you're done, put it on for 12 hours. And then when you wake up, you throw those in the skillet with your ghee and you have some eggs and hash browns.
No. It's good because potatoes are good to help with tissue like inflammation. So you could try that. What do you got to lose, right?
Hey, Ronald, then move. You know what I mean? If you don't like Illinois' stupid gun laws, move. We're not trees. You can move. As hard as that sounds, you can move.
And Martha wants to know what helps menopausal hormone imbalance. You know what? Here's just a simple something that a lot of women can just do. Like flax seeds are wonderful. So adding flax seeds into your diet, just try that and see if that helps. And if you have more issues, you might want to, you can go get it checked. Maybe find a naturopath or something and you can get more specifics into it. But something simple that we can add as food, like I love flax seeds and I'll just put them in like some kefir or something and let them soak overnight and then I'll eat them sometime the next day and just do that. Or if you can put them in drinks, let them puff up a little bit so they absorb and then, use them.
So the stitches that we're talking about is a herbal blend. It's a powder. And that we put this blend together and you put it on the wound, a cut, and you pack it in. It's a dry pack. and you put it on there, and then you just pack it in there, and then you leave it alone. And in the morning or whatever, if you need a little more, you pack it in there, but then you just leave it alone. You can wrap a little gauze around it if you want. It has shown to be useful in closing the widest of gaps. Like you would think you need stitches, and you could close up your finger with it or any kind of cut. And we will have it back in stock. Just keep checking the website. And it's called Herbal Stitches. Stacy, can I use the garlic from my honey ferment? Where you're supposed to be eating it.
Well, yeah, you could use it for, whatever you want. It's the taste will be a little different. It's going to be garlicky. It's slightly, it's not as garlicky as it was like if you would use it on food right away. You can use the honey salad, put it on your toast. You just eat the garlic if you're, maybe not feeling well, or you just want to have, a piece of garlic daily just to kind of help. But yeah, you can use it just for like food, of course, because that's what it is.
They're called white bands, y'all. And we had the one gal on here. If you guys go back on my videos, which I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not even joking around. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm just telling you, okay? I could do video about it and try to be like hitting the views and stuff. YouTube is actively removing my videos, and they are actively demonetizing my videos, and I don't really care. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But that's what's happening. They are starting to really ramp up with shutting us up. All of the influencers, anybody who's not talking the way they want you to talk, that's what's going to start happening. YouTube even sent me a notification saying that if I don't say what the WEF and the WHO says is good, they're going to take my stuff down, demonetize it, and hide it from you. Okay? This is the battle for information, y'all. And all we're trying to do is give you guys an alternative spin or view on what's being fed to you. Okay? So I'm just, just stay vigilant out there. Okay? It's all going down right before our very eyes. Right? I'm telling you guys. Like the emperor has no clothes, man. And no, I'm not on Rumble because they take your copyright away. So you have to give them your material. You know what I'm telling you? So I'm fine here on YouTube. They haven't totally shut me off yet. Twitter, the other day, Twitter knocked off one of my comments saying that it was some kind of a bad comment. And I reposted it for everyone to see and talked about their rules. I didn't violate any of this. They're just arbitrarily going to go after anybody who's talking outside of what they want to hear. So just be careful out there. That's what they're going to start doing. And y'all know it's true. The Twitter files, everybody's already talked about it. Facebook was censoring all the COVID information. So all you guys made the bad decision and are paying the price. Because I like full disclosure. I want all the information. And I'm grown. I will make the decision myself. But y'all cannot have full disclosure and make good decisions when they're jerking you around with the real information. That's what's up. Come on.
Oh, Cindy bought a pair of Zero sneakers and she loves them.
How smart is
That's
she?
Good. I had mine on today too.
Everything they tell you and show you and want you to do is for your detriment. Putting your feet in those shoes, all the shoes that they sell are all narrow box shoes, and it's for your detriment. The white sodium salt on everyone's table is sold to you as salt, and it's not. It's to your detriment. Redmond real salt is real salt, okay? It's sold to you on your detriment. Get rid of natural fats and take our seed oils and high fructose corn syrup. All that stuff is to your detriment, okay? Right on.
Right on.
Look at that. See that? Alvin Smith says while he was even watching the show, they unsubscribed him. Right? Oh, it's just too much. It's too crazy. Too crazy. Thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. We really do appreciate it. It's been 58 minutes hanging out with you guys.
Jess says, how do we get motivated to exercise when you hate it? So then I love it. He doesn't like it. So he does other things. So you don't have to.
Yeah, do farm chores or go do something active.
Or do you like to do mountain biking? Or do you like to go
cut
snowboarding or skiing
you
or
can
cut wood? Yeah, you got to do something that you enjoy doing. Going for a walk. If you have a dog, walking is probably one of the best things, and taking your dog out. And once you get out, it's kind of neat. You're out. Here's the thing: a lot of you guys, you're on the phone or you're on your computer and you have a lot of this screen time. So that's why you're seeing a lot of people that have weak eyes and have a lot of eye troubles, or maybe have to get glasses. Because what happens is, when you're looking at the screen, you also need to get that 3D. So just always remember, if you are doing something on a computer or looking at your phone a lot, then you need to go outside to get that 3D-ness, around you. And the other thing, a rule for a lot of you guys to start doing, most everyone, the first thing they do, they get up and they look at their phone. Do not look at your phone. You get outside and look outside before anything, okay? It's so important. So if you're going to be having screen time, you need to make sure that you're outside, getting outside time, because that's going to help the eyes. And look around you, look far, because we're so used to now looking, and your eyes are getting weaker and weaker.
1D.
That's why you're looking at all these kids that are getting glasses, because they're always looking at the screen.
Oh, it breaks my heart.
So you need to make sure that you're getting that outside. So if you're looking and you're working a lot and you're on your screen, get outside, look around.
Stitches won't really work on the dog's raw, bloody nose. I mean, it's just not like that. It's made for closing up. It's made for stopping the blood and for closing up. It's not really.
So for a nose, like for a dog like that, coconut oil would be amazing.
Coconut oil. Now, would you just shove it up in there?
No, she said on. Is it? I thought you said on the nose.
I think it's in the nose.
How would that be? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, if the dog has a cracked nose or whatever, coconut oil is one of the best things for the dog. Everything will help a dog with coconut oil. Everything. It's amazing.
They're great to give a spoonful of that to your dog.
Well, you can,
or a little less, depending on how big they are.
Yeah, but it helps with so much, with like allergies. It helps with any,
Yeah, shipping to Canada is crazy, man. I'm sorry about that. I don't have nothing to do with it. But shipping has went up big time, even just since like last year. And shipping to Canada is off the chain. Yeah, stitches can be used on animals if they get a gash, or if your dog has a paw cut or something on his paw pad or something like that. But
I would definitely, well, like for minor stuff, coconut oil works really well.
Sure.
And Manuka honey, because any of those things, like, they can lick and it's not going to hurt them.
All right, y'all. It looks like I just yawned and everything. Dang. So I guess we're going to wrap it up. On the 15th, Stacy's book will be here, the Remedy book. If you want to get some now. If you guys are watching this and it's the we already did the live show and you're rewatching it now because you didn't make it, like maybe tomorrow morning, Monday morning, you're watching it. Thanks for hanging in there and watching the show with us. You can still get the pre-sale. I'm leaving it open for a minute, okay? But we're going to run out of this first run of books. So just,
Cindy says, start reading your labels. They're talking of putting insects into your chicken via Tyson.
They probably already are. And Tyson, of all people, right? Remember Trump and Tyson and Purdue? These guys were all buddies. They're all in on it. Trump, I don't know, but Tyson and Purdue are contaminating American food. And the largest pork producer in America is owned by the CCP, the Chinese Smithfield. You guys know that? I don't know if you know that. So, now you know.
Oh, Brock has been fasting for 8 months and lost 105 pounds.
Dang, son.
Go, Brock, go.
You can't be fasting for 8 months.
Well, no, he's let off, not eating.
But if you guys would be surprised if you get rid of white flour and white sugar out of your diet. You'll freak your doctor out.
And pasteurized dairy.
I challenge y'all. Get rid of the pasteurized dairy, all dairy from the store, get rid of it, and get rid of the white salt and the white flour, and your doctor is going to think you found some miracle cure. Just I'm telling you, just try it. You'll like it. And make sure you get Stacy's Remedy book or any of the other fine books that we've penned.
Oh, and then Tony says, anyone notice how busy the airplanes have been lately? Oh my gosh,
They're
the past 3
spraying the
days.
skies.
You can't, it's like crisscross applesauce everywhere. Yeah.
X marks the spot. I can't stand it. It almost makes you not want to go outside. And then like we had this foggy mist stuff, and I definitely was telling her, don't go outside. Wait till that stuff burns off. The molecules, and they can get into your lungs. I mean, I know this sounds so crazy.
Well, and here's
but I actually have the website that you can track where they're running their programs, soon to be released. a serious, legit air tracking website to where they are doing chemical spraying in the sky, what they're spraying, and what they're trying to achieve.
And I want you guys to notice, because like I'm very sensitive to this kind of stuff. When you go outside from the things that they're spraying in the sky and you come back, like my ears hum sometimes, that causes brain fog. It can cause your heart to beat crazy. It can cause you just to feel like weird, like all day. And just be aware of that. Notice which way the wind is blowing when you look up and you see them kind of dropping down, coming towards you. And notice if you're outside, because we're outside all the time. And I just know, I mean, we can feel it. And especially me, I'm like much more sensitive to like stuff like that. And you totally get that. You totally get it from that too. So just be aware of what's going on. And if you see them a lot around you, maybe don't go outside as much.
I mean, y'all, we straight up, I got gas masks. I mean, I'm not messing around. I don't know what, I am preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, we always have to be prepared for anything.
I am preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best. And I hope all y'all are heeding that advice. And we have neighbors. If we want cow dairy, then we go over to the neighbor and we say, yo, here's a couple dollars, a couple shillings, you know, we want some cow dairy. That's a lot less expensive for us than to have a cow out there. So you guys got to pick your battles. We don't tell you guys to get everything and to do everything. We want you to know everything you can do, but you can't do possibly everything. So you got to find out your strengths, what you really like to do, and then hone in on that.
Yep.
For sure.
And then the flies came back.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, sure, you got it like 100 degrees in here. That's fly weather
it feels
for sure.
Good now.
Yeah.
I stopped it.
All right, you guys, don't forget, if you're watching the rerun here, the Stuff's pre-sale is on pre-sale, and that'll be it. And then we'll wrap it up, but the books will be in the mail sometime by the end of November 2023. Thanks for all the thumbs up on your way out. Hopefully we provide you guys with some good information, and we're trying to keep your mind wrapped around all this stuff
And I think, next week we need to get a bunch of books out. We'll talk about some
books. Next week we're talking about books.
So
not just our books, just books we recommend that you guys can pick up.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you guys want anything on homesteading or off-grid living, we have all the videos you could possibly imagine. If you want to know about winter care of your chickens, type in don't have a heat lamp, off-grid Doug, or type in chickens in winter, off-grid Doug. If you want to learn how to make the ghee, type in how to make ghee, off-grid Doug. If you want to know how to, raise sheep, don't listen to some people on YouTube giving you the worst information possible who even speak on it and look totally ridiculous. Oh, I'm so embarrassed for them. But you can just type in sheep, off-grid Doug, right? Because we have such great sheep and such good information for you guys to glean from, okay?
And a lot of people are asking about hormones and hot flashes and all that.
It's your department.
The big thing the big thing to look for that is, I want you guys to
hot
notice
flashes, off-grid Doug.
within like an hour, let's say when you have one, look and see what you ate. Because a lot of times if you have a higher carbohydrate or sugar type, you ate something like that can contribute to your hot flashes. Let's say you had a couple pieces of pizza, you know, something like that. If you go ahead and eat a more like keto type diet, ketovore, it could really help your hot flashes tremendously. But sugar is your enemy. Like I made it through. I didn't do any sugar. And my big thing was those big medjool dates. I could have 1 or 2 a day. And that's what helped me. I didn't do any sugar. And then because of that, because I was eating a lot of homemade desserts and all that, and because of me cutting, that was my way, my gateway to stop having sugar. I don't crave it at all. Like I don't like. I could see a beautiful piece of chocolate cake, and I remember, oh, I used to love that. Or
She can watch me eat it and not even.
And I have no desire to. It does not make. It doesn't taste good at
and
all.
trust me, I eat all of it. Hey Scott, it is really good seeing you. Scott is an OG Homestead homie. Shows up to all the videos. Many of you do, but I just caught his comment there, and it's good to see you, Scott.
Oh, Michelle says anything to help with tinnitus. You know what, Michelle? Try grounding. Try putting your feet on the ground. You know, sit outside in a chair. There's also like natural grounding mats and stuff that you can get, you know, and see if that possibly could even help you.
All right, that's it, man. You guys, we're out of here. Our little granddaughter. Are you up?
Luna.
Oh, I thought you fell asleep. Okay. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys on the next video. I'm going to try to get out some videos. I've been super busy. I have a lot of struggles sometimes making videos. I'll just be honest with you, especially lately. You know what I mean? So that's just my personal thing. I'm trying to work through it. If you do the YouTube stuff, maybe you'll understand. If you don't, definitely won't understand. But it's kind of a drain on you, right? So sometimes, man, I got to have some personal time. And we appreciate you guys hanging in there. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel. They're unsubscribing you guys at record rates. Okay, so just make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you're tuning in, hanging out with us. And we'll see you on the next video. Go to offgoodwithstacy.com to get on our email list.
Because what if we need to get a hold of you guys for anything?
Right, that's our private stuff right there.
Yeah.
And the email list, 100 and I don't know what it is. It's almost 200,000 of y'all already had the information about the pre-sale book and ordered a bunch of them. So that's where you get the information first, and then YouTube is second. I am a YouTuber. I will not go anywhere, and they won't bully me off the platform either. I know I'm anointed to help bring you guys this information. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. And Stacy's here for your health and nutrition. And I'm here for your mind and fruition. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. And, you know, do something nice for somebody. Pay it forward. You know, it's not all bad stuff, right? They're just trying to focus us in on that stuff. There's a lot of good stuff happening out there.
Yeah, help somebody.
Be part of that.
Yes.
All right?
Be part of the team.
See you on the next video.
Bye.